worth it. Well, then they changed it. Now you can wipe, and they made it way easier.
I flipped my sparrow over again, but it being too high up off the ground. That's pretty good. Fine where you're going, but I'm like backed myself into a hole. Oh no, my sparrow's on fire.
You can't get much further anyways.
It's okay, I got a new one. Lol. Oh, it's the same place. Okay. Yo, this grenade launcher is cool.
So on this one, try to kill everything.
Trying to kill everything.
Yeah, we don't want to skip any. Because I want the 100,000. I don't know if we can do it in this one. We're gonna fucking try. Probably not, because we probably can't have the what's called fire.
Ooh, so I can't stand in the black stuff.
Yeah, no, don't stand in the black stuff.
Ooh, oh man, there's a guy at the top. Yeah. Hold on, I have to send a text message, but I don't know what it is. No. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. How does this happen? I just had it. It was literally right here. Oh no. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Us, Guardian, but the Taken could ruin the EDZ forever. Put an end to this.
I wonder what that is. Oh, you know what? I don't have time for this.
I was about to say, where?
What?
Oh, you're
what?
dead.
How?
You're so dead.
Come on. I even... Oh, I was doing so good.
Yeah, I know you're dead. Just kidding. I was about to ask too. I was gonna be like, why are you, surprised you don't have your laser beam out?
Because the laser beam is... it's the Supreme Beam. That's what it's called. The Supreme Beam. Let's go! I just love melting them. Yes! That's great. Yes. I love my Supreme Beam. What the hell was that?
You just aren't typically the first one out that door. So these things pretty much have like the same spawn points. So really, no matter where you're killing them, like, or no matter what, every time you die and restart, you pretty much know where they're gonna spawn.
Oh, I got you.
So you can like run in and kill. If you know where they all spawn, you know kind of how to approach the situation.
Yeah.
Right? Like you know, like I know the big ones all spawn over here. So obviously I need to look this way and throw my grenade as soon as I go in, and then they'll all just die. Like I just did.
No.
Answer.
That fucking oh hell. Instantly melts their shields. That's so good. Oh, what the fuck? What is he doing? Jesus. Ah. The laser beam is so cool. It's so fabulous. I love it. Oh no! Did I not make it? Yes, I did. Come on, let me melt this guy. Oh, I got it. Ooh, I am being obliterated. Wow. Sorry.
That's on me. I should have done that.
Oh, wait. Yeah, get going. Oh, he's immune? Oh, no. Oh, god damn it. She's gonna supreme beam. Ah.
So yeah, this is harder than the other one, so we're getting bugged.
already being shot. Where am I being shot from? It's hitting me. Oh shit, he's right here. Oh, I gotta bounce. Oh, I'm bouncing. Oh no, I'm really bouncing. Oh no. God damn it, man. Oh, I was so close. Oh, the other guy went down. No.
Somehow thought this was gonna happen. Oh, please get him.
Alright, I'm gonna get it.
I got him, because I got an overshield. Yeah, when you res somebody, you get an overshield. Taking ads out. He's got a shield up over here.
No! Oh, I killed them. What killed me, though, so... You got 10 seconds, I would just chill.
Yeah, chilling ain't really an option. I'm gonna go for him.
That's because I'm here. Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna be. I'm gonna melt him. Supreme Beam!
Yeah, just melt him.
Alright, that guy's melted.
Melt the boss. Whenever they're tethered, you notice all your hits are crits.
Really?
So when they're tethered by me, yeah, any hit you do will be counted as a crit.
We have a common goal. Civilians and Guardians can stand side by side.
So it's always good to shoot them as they hit. Now, in most instances, because there is in a raid, there's a raid layer, and I'm sure there's other places like that. But in the first raid layer, there's a section of the raid layer where you where there's a fuck ton of ads. And if you have the boots that I have on, the Orpheus rigs, every enemy that I tether adds more super back to my bar.
Oh.
So if there's theoretically, and when they first came out, they were broken as fuck. So when they first came out, if there was enough enemies around, you could shoot your tether and instantly get it back. Well, they had to be a lot of enemies. Well, there was a part in the map that when you started it,
yeah.
when you you should shoot your tether down, and all the enemies coming out would get tethered, and you wouldn't shoot any of them, and you would just wait, and a lot more enemies would spawn again before the tether would go away, and you would instantly get a full tether. And you could just shoot another tether, and then you literally would just get tethers over and over and over and over and over. So you just created orbs out the ass. So you would do that, you would have if you could have 6 hunters, you'd have 6 hunters. You'd have 3 void and 3 golden guns. You'd have a void on each one, or at least 2 void, and you would make sure a void is on the one where the DPS phase for the boss is going to be, and you would literally create so many orbs that the only attack you would do on the boss would be the golden gun. It would just be them using their
Like
things
ults.
over. Yeah, their ults, and they would literally just use them over.
Broken.
Yeah, dude, but it was hard to pull off. Like, you had to fucking know what you were doing.
Yeah.
And most bitches did not. And it was
I am
kinda-
just so in love with my Supreme Beam.
Hit tab and go to the Nightfall real quick. Let's see if there's anything else you can get from that. I don't think there is.
Wait, what?
The Vanguard. Yep, and then Nightfall, the bottom middle one.
This right here?
So potential rewards. So we can still get potential rewards now? Okay, sweet. This is what we're doing again then. And I'm pretty sure it's the same boss fight over and over. I'm pretty sure each week it's the same Nightfall.
I'm okay with that.
Or like it's the same strike for the whole week.
I got you.
They made the fucking raids that they're bringing over. And they've changed. Like, they made shit harder. I was like, you fucking assholes. No reason for this.
What?
They made the raid harder, the ball of glass.
Oh. Oh, if I had $1 million, I'd buy a monkey. If I had $1 million, I'd buy a 1995 plum purple ZR1 Corvette with the LT5 Lotus double overhead cam 3-port 90-degree V8 small block motor.
The best part is that's coughing is part of the song. I know.
Devil, are you
Hey, you
rigged
should
up?
come over here and hit this
I am.
little thingy.
Good to hear your voice.
Rally to that there
Operation
flag.
Scapegoat, go.
Ooh, I crashed.
I'm not beside it anymore, so
What? Where are you going?
I'm going through the mission. You should go to that.
Mission. Where are you going?
Well-
Right next to you. Hi.
Yes, you're just not gonna get the benefits.
What benefits? What was it? Oh, you should have told me.
I told you to go to.
I didn't
You
know
said-
what it was.
You said, "Fuck you! I don't give a fuck what you say.
That's a lie.
Fuck
If
your
I did,
couch.
I
Fuck
would
your time zone. Yeah, kill everything. Kill it all. Shoot it in the face.
Dude, I love this fucking gun. It just melts
Does it have unlimited ammo?
Yes. I mean, it doesn't, but I never have to reload. Is that what you're asking, or are you asking if it was actually like unlimited ammo?
Yeah, you can run out of ammo with it.
Yes, I guess. Like what I
that's-
just did. It is, but when I pick up the what do you call it?
I wonder.
When I pick up the special ammo, I pick up my shit. Oh my gracious!
Yeah, they tend to do that. I love when there's just like a rocket ammo on the ground and I kind of leave that place, so it's like I know I can just shoot a rocket and it won't matter.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? So I'll just shoot like a single guy with a rocket. And he just like explodes. It's like, dude, what an asshole. Like, there's just one singular guy and I just shot him with a fucking rocket launcher. Pretty sure that's against the Geneva Convention.
Whatever's behind this must be underground.
I'm stuck behind my own one. Ah! Oh. That was silly.
You're silly.
Try to be sometimes. Dude, I really like this grenade launcher that I have. With the rocket launcher or the grenade launcher. You're like, oh, there's one little guy. Oh!
Bye.
No way. No, it was so close. That's so good. I did not know that they did that. I knew they were there, but I didn't think it was there. That's so good.
I told you. And I know you knew. It's just funny. It's yeah. I did the same thing, and you might do the same thing again the next time you come through. There's a very good chance, because I did. Although you did hear it last time.
Yeah, but I didn't get blown back like that before, so that's pretty good. It tickled the shit out of me. I was like, no. I like how in the chat it even says, it's like Pinhead Larry eats popcorn. Oh, yeah.
And just think of how much better that's gonna be for fucking Gambit.
Yeah, and I was looking at the things where I can take whatever the highest level I have, use it with it to keep bringing it with me.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't worry about that until, yeah, like a WoW, like 1270, 1280.
Then I should do it to it because it's only 12.
Yeah, once you can get like 1270, 1280, I would do it, and then not do it again for a little while.
Even though like other guns are higher. Oh, motherfucker!
So,
I can't fire the grenade launcher inside the house. I guess damn. Did you melt it? Who melted
The
him?
Taken compromised a Red Legionary. It would explain how organized they've been. Without Oryx, I didn't think they could still, well, take.
What? How did you do that?
huh?
How did you, like, what did you throw down to kill yourself?
A secret. Nah, my rocket launcher doesn't detonate on impact. It detonates.
Oh, yeah. I had a grenade launcher like that once, but the one that I've got I really like. I think I'm gonna keep it.
The best are cluster bombs
Where you can...
on a rocket launcher. So it'll shoot, the rocket will land and explode, and it'll throw out cluster bombs around it, and it'll create a ring around it with cluster bombs and blow.
I thought you
Yeah.
meant like one where you fire and then it would split into a whole bunch of rockets in the air, like one rocket to multiple rockets.
There's one that's like, there's one, the two-tailed dragon or something like that, and it's a double rocket launcher. So every time you pull the trigger, it shoots two rockets that are locked onto that thing. And it does the stuff and things.
Oh, look at that supreme beam action. I am just enthralled with this gun. Oh, look how cool it is. It's got like the crystal of horsepower in it, whatever it is. It's like spinning around.
I had 11 fucking Ingrams from Zavala. Come to this guy to Zavala and check the top right hand corner of his inventory. See if he has any for you.
Let's begin.
Top right?
He's got 10 of them for you.
Oh,
Don't let none of them be worth a damn, but you know.
Holy shit. Okay. So now I gotta clean out my inventory of all this junk.
You're welcome.
I don't really need a shotgun though. Should I keep
We can
one of-
change things. I know it. Rebuilding what we lost is
Whoa.
not enough. We
I'm
need more.
definitely keeping this one. Whoa. Yo, that's holy shit.
Go back to that one. Go back to the Akilas. Hover over the last perk. Christian, now the one to the left of it. To the left.
We can change things. I know.
One more to the left, yeah. Then down. And then what's the other two? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Huh.
Each new day is a
I like that. That's pretty pimpin'. Legendary. I really don't need all this low level shit.
What up, homie? Oh, you know, just chilling. Do what? You ain't got no bottle. The Lord sent you a bottle. That's how I know you're full of shit. The Lord does not provide bottle service. The Lord is not your Club Fahrenheit. The Lord is not your club lap dance. Joho did.
Club lap dance.
You shut the fuck up. Don't you ask no questions. You're over there making your guy look pretty.
Together,
Well,
I
I'm
wanna
actually
hear.
deleting most of the junk I have. I'm ready to go. Actually, I'm almost ready to go. I'm gonna pimp this thing out really quick. This one does look cool. It's got like the. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo.
Seal our door. Bro, that'd be fucking epic.
You wake up and it's a purple.
Dude, what if I found a way to replicate that room somewhere else? Everything except for the stuff, and then she just wakes up one day and her and all of her stuff is in that room. Somewhere.
everything depends on events.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Bruh. Alright, I'm just gonna assume you're done.
Yes,
Since you're not doing anything anymore.
Yep, I'm chilling. I got a special grenade launcher. I like it. It's got like this see-through clip, like a plastic drum.
That's fun.
Fucking torture.
That's dope.
20 years, you had no coochie.
No coochie.
Yeah, just naked. But you can't touch.
Can't touch it. But look at it. Look at it.
Look at
So,
it! Look
I
at
was
it!
saying,
Look at it!
Hmm?
You all need to look at it.
the rip sheet over this ass.
Oh, I'm gonna leave it up.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it. Let him see it. So if they say anything about it, because I'm hoping he'll see it, because you can't see it really in my chair. Like my chair blocks most of it. If he says anything about it, I'm like, yeah, it's my server rack. Be like, that's why you should fucking hire me. I'm not stupid. Your job's probably gonna be boring as fuck to me.
and I don't
You're
know
a
that.
genius.
I don't think America would be intimidating.
This is America. I can bitch about whatever I want.
Yeah.
They're so.
Oh yeah, them. Yeah, that's up. Yeah.
Smaller company, yeah.
Well, they're a pretty good sized company, but it's also who I'm interviewing with. And Ason's like, he said he does now that, well, but now he's in the company. He's like, I do them like this. You can see like his shelves and stuff in the background. Sure, as long as you don't have like anything going crazy in the background.
Like some strippers?
But like, if I can spend my meetings talking about my server rack instead of whatever bullshit they were supposed to talk about, I think I can handle that.
Evaluate and neutralize.
Although I'm pretty sure I'll get requests for stupid shit.
I mean, get rid of like city like jobs.
Yeah, I've got the job description.
What, Ace said you wrote it, like,
Yeah, this one Ace applied for. Like he just,
but no, or that issue.
no, it's workforce management. So you remember like at Red Ventures, the dudes who determined if we went on break and shit? Yeah, it's them. Except their breaks and shit are already pre-planned.
Ah. But their breaks
So,
are pre-planned?
It's gonna be easy as shit.
Oh, I'm trying to like
Yeah.
make it up.
Well, that's what Ason's like, you get your foot in the door. It's like, yeah, but I'm not gonna really be fucking meeting motherfuckers.
Yeah. That's the problem why I have with that whole aspect. The whole getting your foot in the door, making the connections, it's literally knowing people. It's like, oh yeah, my daughter works, or my granddaughter is the whatever for such and such wing of my company. Yeah, that's because you're fucking related by blood. Homie hook up anymore like that. I mean, not to be pessimistic.
No.
Fucking job. I don't know why that particular example is tilting me. The guy asked me. Oh, when I was working for Mike Ellis, he's a rich old guy. I'll work on his car. And he came over and he was like, we gotta find you like a normal person job, Lane. And I was like, I have a job, asshole. Come working in my shop. I was like, well, you know, he's gonna fly and do something. You know, like, what? Like, I'm sure you found something. And I was like, nah, you'd be surprised. It's pretty bad. And he's like, what? Just, I can't hear all about this stuff. Hiring stuff on. And I was like, alright, well, tell me. Who's the nearest person that you know that's my age? And he's like, well, that'd be my granddaughter. And I'm like, okay, cool. How does she get her job? And he's like, well, she works at my company. And I was like, exactly. I don't have that homie hookup right now.
He said, I was okay. I'm like, I don't know, man. Most people ask for more than ask for us.
Hey, you know, it is what it is.
I mean, now he knows. I'm not gonna let him bring his married shit.
Right, yeah.
Don't do that, man. Don't really fucking already.
That's funny. Man, that's what I'm trying to get with Ace.
Say what?
Lane was talking about how, like, you can't, you don't get the homie hookup anymore. Or, like, if you don't have the homie hookup, you don't get nothing. Like, you're just pretty much fucked. You're not gonna get, like, a good job just because you don't have the homie hookup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally how everything is. Every position of every company, like, that makes the good money. Like, the almost triple digit, like when you're actually making $75, $80 an hour.
I mean, I can say that's not 100% true, though, because Asen makes really good money, and he got the hookup, but not the homie hookup.
What kind of hookup did he get?
He just got them, they took a chance on it.
See, I can't get anybody to take a chance on me, bro. I'm just worth.
Yeah, me fucking neither. But that's what I'm saying, he got the hookup. He had a company that was like, I'm willing to take a chance on you, and now he makes damn good money, and yeah, well, I don't know, he says, like, he doesn't really talk about the good part. He's like, there's a lot of good to his job. He's like, I just don't talk about it. He's like, 'cause normally when I'm venting, he goes, I'm venting about work, venting about the bullshit. You don't vent about the good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true. I was like, but at the same time, like, the bad stuff's bad enough that, you know, they keep promising him help and he just keeps being short-staffed. And they just keep not helping him.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
You know what that tells me? It sounds like Ace cares about his job to the extent of, like, doing his job, and then there are some people above him that don't.
Yes. So that's the problem. It's his boss, who is supposedly, like, he fucking loved his boss for the longest time. And nothing but good things to say. But then his boss keeps giving him the runaround. Everything he fucking does is, oh yeah, we'll do this and we'll do that, and then they talk about, like, he said his boss has a really bad problem with putting too much on his plate. Like, and it doesn't happen, like, at once, it's just over time, he just keeps adding, and it just gets too much, and Ace is like, I have to say something to him. He goes, and then,
goddamn.
After that, they will, he'll say something, it'll get better for a little bit, and then over time, it'll go right back to how it was. I was like, well, that means it's not getting better.
Yeah.
That means he's doing the same thing over and over and again, and you're just letting him. still defend them and talk
And
great.
that's honestly why I quit that solo match. Because the fucking, that literally was telling the guy who was, like a Valor supervisor, but I was the one who ran and maintained all the machines. Which is all the machines. And he would run a particular machine, but he would just sit at it. They're operating extremely slow in the sense of an extruded plastic. He was doing like an inch or two a minute. And I did some math and some Creo simulations and like then called up another guy who did it for the company before and he did some plastic stuff. He was saying, yeah, you should be doing 5 inches per minute at the minimum. If you're doing anything less, you're like literally wasting money. And okay, so that's what I conveyed. I was like, look, man, listen, I'm not trying to tell anybody how to do their job or whatever. It's my job to make the machines operate at their their efficiency, maximum efficiency. And you were running it. These machines are very slow. And ever since that day, man, he took it personally. And I was like, dude, I don't think you realize this is an engineering job, not a bitch about shit job. If you don't want to run the machine that fast, then go tell the owner of the company and then we're good. Otherwise, I'm going to keep writing it down. I'm going to keep saying something about it. That's how the shit is. And it was such a small operation, too. There was only like 7 of us. Like, including the guy who owned the company, which you talk to on a very daily basis. You worked 15 feet from him.
Yeah, we just got balled out.
It is sad. It was a really cool operation. I would have stayed. The travel time wasn't as bad. And if that guy stopped, because that guy was costing. See, apparently it was like the owner of the company and then him, the guy that just runs the machine slow,
Well,
had
that
been
man was
like
sitting back there on that.
there for a long time.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I think they were friends or something. I don't know. It just, I knew he was costing.
But if they're the first ones in, it's hard to get them out or convince them that they're not what the company needs.
Because I was like, y'all just know that I did booking thousands of dollars of IT work. I like all of this machine maintenance where they would literally call in people, just write them a check or whatever for a couple hundreds of dollars an hour. And I just couldn't fathom me being like, hey, I know how to fix that. That's oh no. And they were so grateful, but at the same time, you can't hold a grudge against me if I'm just trying to, like, I don't know. It just ticked them the wrong way, and I'm a professional engineer in the sense of I want to solve the problem. You know? I want to get it done in the sense of I'm not doing it to make the maximum amount of money, per se. Like, I didn't have to tell him he had to run it at 7 or he could run it at the minimum. Whatever the minimum is. Like, that's cool. I just not 1 inch per minute. That's literally to the order of magnitude. Oh, he's immune, motherfucker.
I just realized my mic is fucking muted. What's your degree in?
ECET. It's like a.
Say the multiple words.
Ah. ECET.
The words.
Oh. Electrical and computer engineering. So I got EENCNET. It's just EE and ET. Engineering technologies is like factory automation, like tools, CNC machines, you know. And then E. Oh, yo, he's stuck in the ground over here. Or he was. EE is like electrical, like house engineer. That's all the physics. Theory, the like what electrons and atoms are doing, and like zoomed in shit. And then ET is the practical application of electronics and digital electronics. So it's got everything, you know, you do the software impulse functions and doing 4A transfer. It just all the bullshit. Have to do like Peace Spice simulation. Oh my god, it's kind of away. Yeah. And if you ever knew somebody needed a job,
Why don't you try to find something down here?
I tried, dude. I have submitted so many applications to some of those great, and nobody ever either calls me back or they call me back and they say, well, we can offer you a position for like $10 an hour. And I'm like, bitch, you know how insulting that is? Oh, shit. Like, I've gotten multiple times where they interview me and then they said, hey, so you know the ad said $20 an hour. But you know, we can only offer you $13.50. And I'm like, nah, that's not worth my time. And the fact you have me take the time, come here, do the interview, all this other shit was insulting as fuck. And it's happened to me once. I'm telling you, Chris, the job market has made me so fucking angry. And nobody believes me, man.
Well,
my folks, my aunt, fucking people I'll flirt with, or like just anybody that I talk to that hasn't searched for this particular field of job. They're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Go fuck yourself, man. Everything is awful. Everybody wants to undercut everybody. Nobody wants to pay anybody for insurance. Nobody wants to do anything. Like my dad worked for Volvo for so long. He did so good. And they stripped him of $20 an hour and no insurance. Because of the whole pandemic thing or whatever. But he still drives to Greensboro a fucking hour every day, one way. And he's got how many years of experience? But there's applied to everywhere. And it's like this monopoly of everybody agrees to say, well, we're going to make sure that we don't pay them well so that if we all offer shit, then they have to work. Rather than if one person offers good stuff, then they'll go work for him. And then...
So, but you look for jobs as like, as what part of the engineering field are you trying to get into? Just anything?
I mean, I've got so much. I mean, like, yeah. At this point, I've done so much of all of it. I've done enough software so where if somebody wanted me to do a software-based job, sure, I'd sit down, learn whatever software, and then get started. Sure, like I'm comfortable enough so where if I don't know it, that I would. Maybe they don't need to know that, but it would literally take me like maybe a week or less to learn whatever I would need to learn, and I would easily be proficient at it. Like, bring it the fuck on, man. So, and then at the same time, it's like, if I've done a few hardware jobs as well, and they were the same way. If I like doing the hardware stuff, I don't know.
What if you try to do like something on Fiverr? I've thought about doing that.
On what?
On Fiverr?
Like laying it down. The only thing I can think of is people needing people to lay it down. I've seen
lay it
job
down
for that. Yeah, for like putting the cable down.
Fiverr, Fiverr. V is in Victor.
Oh, Fiverr. I know what Fiverr is. It's just where somebody can pay you to do something random for like the minimum is $5.
Yeah, but there's stuff that's like $400. Like if you were drawing, think if you were drawing like 3D drawings with like AutoCAD.
Dude, I made up thousands of dollars of electrical schematics for that fucking Mike Ellis guy to make for one customer that they've got an ultra rare first gen DSM with a turbo swapped 4G63E motor in it, and a custom Haltech ECU and custom harness that I started to make, and I drew up the whole schematic for it, and I literally didn't make any money off of it. Like, that's the kind of thing I can do. It's not that I'm so good, whatever. It's just, Chris, you know exactly what I'm talking about in the sense of I'm nothing but a couple hours and Google searches away from doing whatever the fuck I need to do with anything
Right, you know.
technology-wise. I don't, I don't, and I've done them, and I don't know, man. I keep having bad luck. I'm still waiting. Hopefully something pops up. The real thing I want to do is I just want to ECU tune all day. I really wish there was a speed shop that was close by that had a dyno that needed somebody to run their dyno, and that would be me. And I'd sit down and hopped up cars all day, strap them to the dyno, hook my computer up, and tune them. And that's the life. I do the ghetto version of that now, but I want the real version, man. And I have experience, man. Who else do you know that like can sit down? I don't matter if it's turbo, boost, fucking nitrous. It doesn't matter. I just want to do it so bad, and nobody wants to take Asen. I don't think Asen. Maybe he got lucky. I don't know, but I've been trying to find somebody to let me work for them on the dyno, like for cheap. Like, so a dyno tune can come as fast as 30 minutes, right? Like, it'll take as quickly as 30 minutes, and it is as cheap as $600. That's the bare minimum. So that's $1,200 an hour, and I'm sitting there trying to make a bargain with the guy that I would even have to drive 2 hours one way to get there in the morning. That I would be like, look, man, I'll do this for like $15 an hour. I really, like, I've got the experience, man. Here's my resume, like, tons of years. I have my own shop. I work in it, and he's just like, yeah, man, but we got one guy. He comes in like every 2 weeks. Like, it just frustrates me. Nobody ever gives me the chance. And I say the few chances that I have gotten, it just,
Right, yeah, no, I got you.
The solar panel place was cool, like I said, but I wasn't gonna drive an hour and a half one way for $18 an hour to then be belittled. Right, yeah. That was the last straw. The commute was one thing, and then I got pissy about them fucking with my pay and telling me it was $20 an hour, and then it was $18 an hour. And I was like, okay, well, you know what? This is really cool, so I'm going to take this. But just so you know, I don't take this. And, yeah. And I was very pissy. And then that's when that guy was talking to me. He's like, I don't think you realize, some of these guys in here are really, they work hard to where they're at, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, motherfucker, what the fuck you think I've been doing? You think I didn't bust my ass to get what I'm here? Yeah, that guy rubbed my ass the wrong way. I'm sorry, we don't have to talk about this. Let's talk about my supreme beam here. Here we go.
My use it too.
So what are we doing?
I see this. We're doing another one of those Nightfalls, the same strike again.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely be up by that. Yeah, that's like I was talking to Ace and like I want to do. I'd like to be dope if this shit works out with this guy that draws the plans. If I can fucking get in with him, then that would be dope to work with that guy and just draw fucking houses and shit all day.
Yeah.
But I don't know what he needs.
Welcome to
And he did say he needed AutoCAD. Well, Asen said AutoCAD and then said software.
Yeah.
Which is just... It's AutoCAD for residential.
Yeah,
It's not supposed to be very from what I saw, AutoCAD is way better. But you know, what's fucked? Yes, but that, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. But that to me would be a dope fucking job. Is to draw fucking houses and shit. I think that would be fucking easy. Yeah, so Ace is supposed to talk to this guy again for me, and if he does, he said he needs soft plan work. So if he just needs fucking 3D shit drawn soft plan, I'll learn goddamn soft plan.
But you learn that, bro. You learn that. Oh, yeah. That's all.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. So if I can get in with him and can get shit going, then if there's enough for 2, we can get you 2 maybe. Generally,
What?
I said I'm trying to get in with this guy if the shit with Ace's work don't work out, and I can get in with. Alright, player, we'll holler at you tomorrow. Yeah, if for some reason I'm not out of bed by like 1 o'clock tomorrow, come wake my ass up. Which I should be, but just in case. That work, 12:30 is fine. Yeah, 12:30 is fine. I'll probably be up well before then, but you know, just in case. Yeah, so if I can manage to get in with this guy with Ace that he's talking about, there's potential for the guy need more, because he said he's got plenty of AutoCAD work. Or plenty of soft plan work. So if that means he's got like a big supply, that he may have a supply enough for 2 people.
I mean, yeah. I'll fucking
Because
Whatever's behind
Ace
learning
said
that
it
software is nothing but like I said, like a week of frustration of learning the UI. That's it.
right. And
So
they
I'm
really
down.
don't.
You can use my name.
Not hard.
I fucking absolutely. I like to be like, yeah, man, I got another person information. No, I can put my little resume thing if you want. I don't give a shit. Because that'd be pimping, or if you wanted to be my boss or whatever, because I'm technically you're older than me anyway, so. I'd be okay with that.
Well, just so you know, if you work for me, you're gonna have to be nude a lot.
I was gonna say the topless nacho.
Sexual harassment is gonna be rampant, and you're gonna have to take it. You're gonna have to sign an NDA that says I fully want to be sexually
An
harassed,
NDA.
and I will never mention it again, no matter how bad, illegal, or just plain up fucked up this shit is. I understand that it's some raunchy motherfuckers, and anything can happen.
Wait till that's your concern. Look, I gotta cover my ass. Sexually and legally.
I can't have you fucking suing me, taking over the business or nothing.
Damn, you almost got me.
So you come out, you give them the focus on it. I fucking love this guy, man. The wrist grind. Don't ask me how I got it, because I do not remember how you did it. But it's when you get hit with arc damage, it turns on arc conductor, and your bullets now transmit arc energy to all the enemies like close.
I think it's time.
And then when you get a kill, it extends the arc conductor perk, which makes your bullets all have arc damage and spread to everybody, and it reloads the gun for you.
Yeah, the reloading the gun.
No, the fucking electricity part's the damage part.
Is it?
Yeah, because you clear ads like nobody's business.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It electrocutes all of them. Now, adding the unlimited ammo with that is super dope.
How do you add
Well, you don't. You just you gotta get hit with void damage. Or not void, arc damage.
I see. It
some-
was how you were talking about it. I understand.
Yeah, something that deals arc damage has to hit me, and then it activates the perk. That's why you'll see me in front of some enemies. I'll walk up and just stand there because I want them to hit me.
Yeah.
Because once they hit me, it makes my gun 10 times more powerful, and I don't have to reload it.
God, this thing is so awesome. Supreme in my beam. Okay, let's not nice.
That would be the preferred method of doing this fight. I will not lie. I'm gonna tether this. Fuck.
No! Oh, I cleared out.
Yeah, but California and they're retarded.
Oh. No! Oh, okay. I saw
Cali getting retarded and don't know how to party. In the city. City of Compton. Unfuckery. Services were requested and denied. I don't know why he didn't hit me.
organize things then. Without Oryx, I didn't think they could still, well, take.
So let's see if we picked up anything exciting. No, we didn't. I've got my cool one anyway. I'm gonna dismiss. Ooh, which one's nice? 66. What about this one? Ooh. Got some cowboy boots. I'm wearing some cowboy boots, eh?
Of course. You're putting on some goddamn cowboy boots.
Ooh, that's so nice.
Mm. That's spicy meatball. Oh god, my knees.
Meatballs.
Oh.
My meatballs are spicy. Someone touching my spaghetti. Oh, gracious me. Alone forever in the galaxy, cold hard vacuum.
Yep.
Technically, it wouldn't be cold hard vacuum. It would just be cold vacuum, I suppose.
It's gonna be hard after I show you this picture.
Thank God.
Guardian, you're here. Excellent.
It's your favorite.
Are you lit up?
Underage tentacle porn.
I micro stuff a tiny bit, and all I heard was underage tentacle porn. And I'm like,
That's all it said.
oh my god.
That's your
God.
favorite
And then
tentacle
I
porn.
flipped the.
Well, I'm not even playing it. So you're playing by yourself. Playing with yourself right now. How's that feel? Like every other day?
Terrible.
Yeah. How does it feel?
Oh no!
That sounded painful. I want some of this here applesauce. Do you like applesauce, Lana?
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Everybody loves applesauce. It's delicious. It's apples in sauce form. What's not?
Guardian down.
Everything's better in sauce form. You ever tried Coke turned into its sauce form? Also known as crack cocaine!
Crack
Guardian down.
There you go. I revived you. Yeah, there you go. I was waiting for you to do. I was letting the other guy. That was so good. That was so good. No, I almost died. Here, I'll get him so you can push him off.
Oh, I'm gone.
Oh.
I wanted to get a little bit ahead so I could act like I crashed or something. Into a tree. Sweet.
Oh.
Well, the problem with applesauce is there's never quite enough.
Not
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Not when your porn budget's as large as ours. Priorities, man, priorities. They hurt really. But I hurt worse.
There must be a source. The Cabal hurt us
There
earlier,
must be
but the
a
Taken
source.
could ruin the EDZ forever. Put an
I
end
think
to
it's
it.
the CIA.
CIA. Well, and unlike you, it's not think, it's I know it's the CIA.
Oh, nope, that's a bad idea.
God damn it.
Coming back for you.
I got boomed off the motherfucker.
There you go, buddy.
It almost happened again. what shield?
Looks like you have a shield.
Yeah, I've got invisibility from my surge, or my little he must just be AFK.
No, I'm stuck. Okay.
Is he AFK? Does he move?
Yeah, he's moving.
Alright.
God damn. This guy. Oh no. I'm stuck. Oh, I can't move.
We're gonna shoot the thing we're attached to. Oh my god. Oh.
No, I'm stuck. No! Yeah, melted.
The guy in charge and his big scary light.
Not that I
We
did.
have a common goal.
I was just
Civilians and Guardians can stand side by side and accomplish anything.
Get off my you whore. I don't like that Jared said he was coming back. He didn't.
Oh, he didn't. Maybe he's not.
But I don't think he said he was coming back.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. He what? See what happened? Because me and him were in a Discord together. I think I said I would be back, and then when I came back, he was gone and you were.
No, I don't have anything to decrypto. Oh yeah, I don't. But I made some good progress today, though. I got that's a piece of shit. But I got some other good stuff. Actual good stuff. Productive good stuff.
Well, we always like when you get productive good stuff. I think it's since you don't have any of the like parts of the game. I think that's why you're not getting it.
Yeah, they're like,
Mm.
no, you don't get.
If you don't pay for anything, well, so it's because of the way they have the drops set up. So like the drops are for being this like the seasonal things. Like a lot of the drops I've gotten have been because of the season pass. Like I'm getting something for having the season pass. Like I've unlocked the next rank or whatever with the season pass. But then also I'm getting things like each week I can do the strikes or whatever and get a piece of powerful gear. It's usually from doing three strikes in a week. So I had to come here to unlock this or decrypt this Ingram.
Good.
Do you want to try to do Gambit where it's just us plus randos?
Okay.
I just want to try my Supreme Beam.
Fair enough.
The archives giver and the cryptons make it into something useful.
Checking.
Legendary pet, let's go! Let's go! All this good shit, let's go! Yo!
Whenever you need that Guardian.
Physical expressions
What?
won't win a
I
fight.
got
but
a
they
new
feel
rocket
good. Feeling
launcher.
good is better than not.
I got a shitty sword though.
No.
Guardian.
What rocket launcher did you get?
It's a grenade launcher. It's the one that's got that
Oh.
see-through one, but I got a higher level one. Yeah, I didn't know I had that one.
Eververse isn't just a title. It's a promise.
Eight.
Oh, let me check right away.
Yeah, hell yeah, I got some free upgrades. Rock and roll. Supreme Beam.
Check, see if we can buy more. Have you checked your bounties lately? See if you finished.
Yeah, I went through them.
See if you can buy. Yeah, come back to this guy.
Hold on, let me I gotta stop. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What now?
Come to this guy again.
What guy?
Guardians are always welcome.
Zavala out here on the main.
Oh, I was like looking for you and I couldn't see your name tag. I was like, fucking where, dick? He's right. You're right here. Nice. Hello, friend.
Check the top right hand corner of him again. And see, I just got a piece of gear for Rancor Horde from him.
It was let's see. Oh, sadly, it was nothing I could use. Well, that's okay.
Shadows encroach all around us, Guardian.
Okay.
Our light
Nothing else here, but
Yep. Yippity
we're doing.
yip.
You want to do a game of Gambit?
Yeah. Two people watching. Oh, and then these Russian bots.
Are they? Well, maybe it's legitimate methods. Maybe it's legitimate people.
They all send the same
That are
thing,
interesting.
and it's like, what do you call it?
The link.
Yeah, literally a link to a website. It's the same thing they send every time, and I'm like, dude. No. Oh, ooh, excuse me. Yeah, friends.
Enough fooling around. Hi! Bring a sword.
Oh, I'll fight the Hive.
Do I have to bring
Think you
a
could
sword?
eat a hive knight? These are the
They
questions
all have
you
bow
ask
and
yourself.
arrows. We're fucked.
I got a bow.
I don't have that, but I do have the Supreme Beam!
Kill the hostiles. Grab the moats.
I
drop
feel like
'em in the
this
bank.
is not going to hit as hard as it was about 30 seconds ago. Oh, yo, this thing is amazing, Chris. This is way much more, I guess, interactive or fun to me. Because before it was like shooting bees.
Sending small blocker. Hostiles incoming at the counter. Portals up. Go look them in the eyes.
Go look him in the eyes. I don't want to do that.
Small blocker to the other side.
Alright, Supreme Beam.
High value target identified. Get him. Watch it. You're shedding moat. Kill the blocker. Incoming at the gulch.
We're gonna get him.
Watch your back. Invader
Oh,
incoming.
I saw him. He's,
I don't
to your
think that
left.
was.
oh, there he is. He's right in front of us. Yep.
Portals up. Go look in the eyes. Watch
Hello?
it.
Nice.
Shedding moat. Kill the blocker.
Oh my gracious.
Oh, there's so much stuff there.
Oh,
Alright. Oh, that sucks. Good riff.
that's okay.
Oh,
I didn't know what, like, dudes.
no, I just meant we all just died.
Oh, shit.
Hostiles incoming at the cap. You're being invaded. Find them before they find you.
Alright, I'm going back to. There's the invader. Yo, the beam melted him. Or, well, somebody else did, so that's good.
That should keep your
Not a
enemy
good
busy.
move.
Let's see more moats. Your allies invading. Your allies
Damn.
down, but they managed to kill.
They're using the Promethean lens as well. They're using that gun you're using as well.
Invaders here.
Yep.
Brace yourself.
Oh no. I don't have any ammo.
Portals
ready. Grab your high-value targets, making a break for it. Cut them off.
Oh, what is this frozen shit? What the fuck is
You're
that?
losing most.
I think severe attack. That sucks.
Invaders out. You'll get them next time.
Oh man, that freeze thing is some BS.
Team's got a prime. Once it dies, they win. Hostile incoming at the depot. Headed to the other side.
Oh, there's enough laying on the ground that you can do the thing.
Bang! Summon that primeval. Your ally
God damn
down,
it,
but they
man.
managed to kill.
Just
Kill that primeval. Convoys 8. Now devour that primeval. The enemy team's about to win this. Get moving. Invaders here. Brace yourself. Enemy invader down.
Nice. Oh, that's okay.
Opposing team put their primeval on ice.
Hmm. Okay, so that's not as exciting without the rest of us as what I thought it was. Know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm never a fan of Gambit.
Yeah, I'm good. Never mind.
I just play that because it's what we've got.
You're right. Oh. I think it's getting close to about quitting time.
You want to do another one or no? Okay.
Yeah, I'll do another one. Yeah. I just meant like,
Really?
you know, a little bit. I'll probably. I don't know what I'm gonna do. La, 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 la.
Welcome to Operation Stormcoat, Guardian.
The Taken run Rapidine, even without their kit to lead them. We need you to confirm what they're doing. Evaluate and neutralize.
Alright, now we're back. Hello. I'm gonna figure out a way to cycle past here.
There's a really fun way called just hop off and get back on it past there.
I know, but I can't spawn it in here. Oh. Well, I feel like it's jackass. 'Cause I can-
What? Can't swim around. So yeah, like sorry, I keep going back to this. I thought it'd be dope to make a company out of that. Like, if I could get in with this guy and start making a portfolio, if you already have a portfolio, or you come in and make a portfolio, you start doing shit for whatever. But I feel like that's the bad part, or the hard part.
What, making the portfolio is the hard part?
No, just getting more people. So like the only reason I told Asen like that I was interested really was because he had the hookup, he knew the guy. And it's like if that's the case, then I'm down to learn whatever. But I don't want to spend a week dedicating to learning some piece of software and then him not even be. Yeah. Or like he said somebody's teaching his sons. Well, it's like, well, if you do hire me, I don't want you to hire me and then freaking tell me in 6 months, be like, hey, I've finished teaching my sons, like I don't need you anymore.
Yeah,
like I want you to fucking.
Which that's the shitty part of it.
I need to call. Like I guess I need to talk to him. Because he told Asen that he could give me his number, and I could call him. But Asen hadn't done that, and I hadn't really wanted to call him.
Yeah.
I kind of want Asen to like. Well, not really homie hook up all the way, but like find out what it is, like what the guy wants. Like I told Asen, I was like, I need to know what he's looking for. I was like, because if you'll tell me what he wants out of somebody, like out of what he's like looking for to pay somebody to do, I can learn that aspect. But like Asen, I don't know. I think he feels like maybe he's bothered him because he's asked him a few, but that's what kills me is he's asked him a few times before for himself, but then every time there's someone else, but every time that it's fallen through and no one's ever went to help him. So it's like, alright, well now I'm willing to go fucking help him. I want to go help him.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what he wants so I can fucking go do it. I'm just not being told what it is. But Asen's also been busy. Asen's got a lot of shit going on his work and
Oh, melted him. I got you.
So I don't know. I'm gonna give him. We'll see. And I think also too, he might be seeing what happens with his job and his work. Because at least if I went to his job and his work, I would have like health insurance and shit. Yeah, I mean, it would be working from home and shit, so that's nice.
Yeah, right? One of the only benefits of doing the bitch job. Not that it's a bitch job. I just...
I don't know, it'll be a bitch job. It's workforce manager. It's literally the guy just controlling people's brakes and shit.
Oh, mother effer. Got ourselves in a situation.
I meant to fucking revive you. And I used my fucking stutter step instead. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that'd be dope if this guy, if Ace will fucking talk to him, and the guy tells me what kind of 3D AutoCAD work he needs, I'll see what he needs, like, and how much, like, I guess the question will be how much he needs drawn, and then what he needs drawn. Yeah. So that if it's something that I look how much for, like, even if it's something like I told Aces, you know, even if it's something like once we find out what he wants, like, look, send us over a copy, a piece of whatever you want done, and we'll do the first one, and then you just do us one by one until if we get good enough or we're getting more than one, doing more than one a day, whatever, you need to not talk to us as often, then we send us more. Because he said the guy, whatever he was doing before the guy had like a day turnaround. So I don't know like the guy had a 1 day turnaround on the plans, but I don't know if that meant like if he just did it, it took him an hour and he just decked off and charged for a day, he just only did one a day. Yeah. I don't know if that means he sucked donkey cock and didn't know what he was doing.
Which that happens a lot. That solar panel place, that's what I ran into. They were like, you fix the machines. And I was thinking, how quick? And I was like, all I did was like plug something in. It doesn't take much. And it's just because I'm not a dick and I'm in charge like that. I mean, like, no, I will, but...
Right, yeah. But I'm like, he's kind of pissed me off by not. I don't know. And it also kills me, he's trying to hook me up with his job, but he's leaving. Like, he's wanting to leave that place. So it's like, you're gonna get me in there and then immediately leave.
Whoops.
And then it's like, he was the only reason I wanted to work there, was to work with my buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess now it's different, I guess I need a job, but... I also don't want to just do a job that I fucking hate.
Yep, I think that's a big difference between people like me and you and, let's say... Oh no! I mean, okay. Like, I don't think reality should always be, oh, get a job. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Kids and not take offense and be like, fuck you, man. Don't take reality. That means
Stay alive.
Oh, I didn't have that.
Oh, bad. Yeah, you should hide. Don't worry, they can shoot you when you're running. You gotta hide. Damn it! This so now I want to leave and start over.
Wow.
I'd rather start the whole thing because you use all your heavy, you use your ultimate, and now this boss fight takes longer than the whole thing.
Damn.
That's not you. That's just fucking how it goes. Oh shit, you were the last one to die. We died first.
Hell, fuck. No! Oh, again! Benny, stop it.
Oh, that's such bullshit. He booped me and I hit the wall behind me hard enough that it killed me.
What the fuck is burning? Oh. Oh, he's so low. No! God damn.
Oh shit. Oh, that's not good.
No, I made it. Hey. Alright.
The Taken compromised a Red Legionary. It would explain how organized they've been. Without Oryx, I didn't think they could still, well, take.
Where is my water bottle? You do another one?
Yeah, let's do it again.
We're almost be in the kitchen. Yeah, I like. To me, that just sounds way more appealing. To if I'm able to, like, I would rather someone say, instead of saying, "Hey, I need you to be here from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I need you to do this all day," I'd rather be like, "Look, I need this done by tomorrow.
Be like,
I don't even give a
got
fuck
you,
when you do it.
dude.
You got 24 hours to do it. Just do it. Bet." Like,
Yeah.
if I want to wake up at noon and then work and then go fucking do whatever and then come back and work again, then I should be able to. Like, I should, like, And I just don't want a job where I have to be there for a certain time. Like, it's just so stupid. And that's what this job's gonna be. It's gonna be me fucking, if I get it, it's gonna be me having to be there. Or not be there, I'd be work from home. But me having to fucking sit there and clock in a certain time every day. They're all fucking day. I'll probably not do much. I imagine it'll be pretty simple. Imagine I'll be able to piss that job away. I bet.
I bet I fucking get tuberculosis tomorrow and die. If I do, will you come and delete my browser history?
Come and delete? No. Will I delete it for you? Yes. I'm not driving there though.
Why does this say baby dog? I must have forgotten to remove the strike name generator.
Plus, how am I going to explain that to your parents? Hey, I'm just here to delete Blaine's browser history and copy a couple things to my browser history. I'm like, what? You fucking heard me.
I wouldn't worry about me, I'd just go on.
Hell no, I would. Ow! Where are you whores at?
I'm like way over yonder.
Mr. CCM BBC BBBBB. Fucking finally got. I was so far ahead that when I died, it said that the light consumes us and we were gonna have to motherfucking reset. But the Mr. BBCs over here fucking came out of nowhere and made it on time. Oh, ow. Ow. That hoit in my voice. Like, I don't know, I just wish I'd come up with like a feasible plan for a business. But everything I come up with, I can't, like, I don't know. And like the bad part is I've got the capital to start my own thing, I just don't know what to do. That's the super sad part. Like, especially, and now I've got the capital and the time, but I don't know what to do.
Well, fucking do ECU tuning with me.
Well, see, but I don't know how to do any of that.
But you don't have to. I can know how to do it. You can just do all the rest of the business shit. That's all you'd have to do.
So, but see, here's gonna be the big problem. Is how much does that software actually cost?
I have legitimate versions. It's not. It has cost has nothing to do with it. It's cost every time you use it.
There must be a source. The Cabal hurt Asgardia, but the Taken could ruin the EDZ forever.
Like, we would make just as much money as not. Because in the scale, like, we're charging them minimum $600. Fucking credits for the vehicle. So we're making $500 right there. The only reason why I use my software the way that I do it is because I'm a one little tiny man operation trying to pay my bills, and they can suck my ass. Those guys drive fucking computers. They literally make millions of dollars a piece. Like a four-man company to run that money. I do not.
Okay. Then why? So my question would be, and like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but why don't you do that now? So, what would be the difference in having a shop and what you're doing now?
Yeah. I'm so confused. I'm talking about getting Dino and starting our own, like, Dino shop. I don't have a Dino.
Right. I mean, yeah, kind of guess that. Ike is another expensive as fuck. Like, what you would have said you have a Dino if you had a Dino.
Yeah. Amazing. And they're really not that bad. It's just, you have to install them. Like, it's a big piece of thing. Like, you can get portable dinos, too. See, that's a business, Chris. We can open up our own portable dino tuning service. You can literally, like, we would just need, we would use the feature. We would need a trailer dino. Oh, shit. We would need a trailer dino. And then, whatever the rest of the actual business thing or whatever. But I can do the rest. And if we just drive around, and I say just drive around to tune people's cars, but like on-site and or mobile tuning is huge. We could go to every track you could ever possibly imagine. People would pay us on the spot. I know because I've done it before. Would pay on the spot just to even run their car on the dyno, not even get it tuned. You could do all that. You don't have to know how to do anything. You just drive the car on the dyno and run it. You don't tune anything. You don't change anything. You don't do anything. You just run the car on the dyno. You could easily do that and make a killing. Each dyno run you can charge like, at a minimum. Let's just say 3 dyno runs, 30 minutes, $250, like minimum, I think. So like, and people line up. Like, dynos are such a great thing. I say expensive market, but it's such a lucrative market because everybody's too chicken shit to learn how to do the tuning part of it. So you know, why would you buy a dyno? Like actually needs to tune. But when you can, you know, then that's when you get the it's like people will pay in groups to buy out the shop that has a dyno in it, just so that they can then like go with like the internet group or friends or whatever, and it not be so expensive. Like if they got enough people all together in one say, if you have more than a party of 6 who have cash in hand to do a dyno tune, then we'll let you have like the whole 2 hours for $3,000 or something. Like that's definitely a thing, and they're called dyno games. Oh shit! Hey, the gamer pushes me. I would kill if I could have that kind of. That's what I would like. Any aspect of controlling that of your job, like you could do. It could be talk to people ranging for like racetracks or doing like PR stuff. You can do all the social media or managing any of the advertising, taxes, and or like just business shit. And it's not that I don't know how to do it. I don't want to do it.
See, I don't know if I would know how to do the business side. I had to figure it out. I'm just like,
I know it's not what you want. I'm just pushing my.
But it's not that I don't. It's not that it's something. Because all right. So to me, one of the biggest things, like I told Asen, I was like, if I start my own thing, my goal would be to one day bring the homies in on it. Like that would be the goal of it. Is so that one day.
Okay, think bigger picture. This isn't like a dyno. This isn't an ECU tune and whatever. This is an entire automotive brand. I'm just wanting to do the tuning part. You could do blank. Let's just say you specifically sell. Oh, Chris, here you go. You could sell the 3D models for body kits for cars. Like, you don't actually make them or print them out, but you can sell blank. Like, I know there's a company called Rocket Bunny that's their whole job, is that you buy from them digital plans for wide body kits, but you don't actually, like, you can buy the body kit from them, but at first you can just buy the happens, and I'm not saying that's what you do. I'm just saying like that's the. Like,
But see,
we could smoke. We could start an illegal drug operation and just move it all underneath. Get the holes. Oh! Did I kill him? I totally killed him.
see, I like.
I'm just the biggest now. I'm just pushing my fucking.
I
down
know.
your throat. Don't let me. Just know that regardless of whatever you would try to start up, as long as it's not. I mean, honestly, as long as it's not sex trafficking or drugs, I would come work for you to do your technology, whatever, or to do your automation.
And I just don't know what.
Like whatever. It
I know.
Let's just say you go and you build this and you need to drive a truck around.
Right.
Oh, motherfuckers! This always happens to me. No!
And see, one of my big problems with all the with all that stuff is the getting it started. Ow! Oh, I need to hide. I need to hide. Sorry, you're in the water. I can't get you.
I'm respawning.
Oh, there we go.
Try to fucking clear him out there.
So my biggest concern is always drumming up customers.
I know.
Like, I don't know how to.
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'd spawn in 2 seconds. Stay alive 1 second. Nice.
No. Okay. That's one of the that your fear is understandable because that's my biggest thing with the whole dino thing is because what would you say the supply and demand? Everybody I know in your step up. Think about it, Chris. Like, let's just say I did have a dino. I know a couple of things that I know you would like. First off would be your motorcycle. Of course you do. Oh no, is it just you? Oh no, it's just me.
It's just you. I've got 11 seconds, so I'll just stay away. Stay alive.
How long do you have?
1, I'm spawning.
No!
Yes. I got it.
Okay. Dude, that was literally on the cusp. Oh.
And yeah, because we almost got it. So there you go.
Killed the guy in charge and his big scary blight.
We have a common goal. Civilians and Guardians can stand side by side.
Side by side. I like this guy. He's like, we're gonna send him straight to him.
Yeah, Zavala, he's fine. It's I'm pretty sure that's the hotel guy from John Wick.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Not the owner of the hotel, but the black guy that works on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so that's my biggest concern with pretty much every business is just drumming up the customer base. Like, how do you?
That's why you gotta know something that's. Oh man, that's why you gotta know who's smoking what crack and when, because then you can get them hooked for life. I think I am gonna go though. Why are you so low level? You 1263 at 1266. And you were like 1280 earlier. What happened?
Oh.
There you
Is that what you wanted to see? Does that please you?
Nice. Look at that big cocking level. Oh, here. Oh, it's such a high number. I love it. Oh, that's so sexy. Oh, you're shaking for me.
Yeah, I've thought a lot about it now because it sucks because I have the time. I have the opportunity to do what I want to do. I just don't know what I want to do. And like finding something I'm not gonna get more than one chance. So if I find something and spend the money on it.
Scalp.
Huh?
Scalp.
What you mean?
Me and you go and spend
Oh, scout.
no, scalp. Like
Scalp. Oh, okay, so you did say scalp.
yeah, like we spend 2 or 3 weeks of our time solid setting up for, like, we'd have to do it all right. So where we would have, let's just say we've got $35,000, okay? So we would spend a week of our time preparing, doing all this research and time, and doing whatever it takes or whatever to then get whatever is in high demand. So I'm just thinking computer hardware because the fucking market is ludicrous. We're talking 3 times the scale of price of, like, you buy it from whatever retailer or, you know, for $300 and it's going for $1,000 right now. And we would just have the money up front, drive to whatever places. Like, the way that I was reading it is the people who scalp are the ones that are literally like this. And it would be like, oh, well, I knew there's a couple of new graphics cards coming out. We would go sit outside the store, wait for it to open up, and literally buy everything off the shelf. And then, I'm not saying we, this is my imagination. You, if you wanted to, you could buy everything off the shelf, and then you could set up your own store with whatever higher price. You've got the server and stuff. You could host your own site, and then boom, bada bing, you're done. And you're like, well, who would buy it or whatever? There are some avenues where you could take first lead, like eBay and Craigslist. People would buy that shit anyway, like hotcakes.
Yeah, but I mean that's not a. So the problem to me would be that's not sustainable.
That is not sustainable. You're right.
So the whole point of the one part of building, so it'd be nice to build something so that as time goes on, I can continue to hopefully build on it, and then let it grow into something that's either huge or just I didn't have to be huge, just like to make a living would be nice. I gotta make a killing, a living.
Man, you're telling me, fucking.
Well, I'm looking up dinos, but I don't. Well, I'm just trying to see what people charge. This one was $80 for 3 consecutive pulls.
Yeah, though that's not Dino tuning. That's Dino run. And that's 3 pulls. I mean, that's okay.
Right. So again, I don't mean to be I'm not trying to be a dick. I don't know any better. What would make them let you tune their car? I don't know anything about the racing scene. Is it just whoever has a tuner that they let tune? Where you have to show that you can do it? How does that work?
I'm trying to understand. Are you asking who? How do I know? How do I use? Who asks?
How do you know that if you were to take a mobile dyno there and you say whatever the price is, you make it a fair price, it's a good price, people would enjoy it. How do you know they still would let you tune their car? You know what I'm saying?
How would I know if the customer just Are you asking how could I solidify the possibility of the business happening of tuning the ECU after I've already got them to just pay for a dyno run?
No.
Oh.
I'm saying how do you know that there's demand for people to tune, for anybody to tune the car? Not for...
Because everywhere that I've ever been to work for them, fix their mistakes, or work on other shit, they are weeks backed up, and people are begging to get in line. And that was a few months ago. But more importantly, it's been like that since I was a kid. I have always remembered dynos are all, everybody wants to go run their shit on the dyno. Like that, even my dad talks about it, and my dad is not the new age style. He is not into new muscle. He is not into any of this stuff. And even he has, every now and then he'll say stuff. He'll be like, "What I really want to do, I'd love to see what it does on a dyno." And I'm like, yeah, well, whatever. And it's just a car thing, man. Like if you've been around it as long as like.
Right.
It's just hard to explain. Like YouTube videos, like if you go on YouTube, I bet, and if you type in like mobile dyno or track day dyno or something like that, you'll see where people set up like events where they rent out the whole racetrack, not like a part of the track or like the entire property, and they have like a trailer, like a portable dyno, and then they just do a dyno day there. And it's a huge event. Everybody buy, and the list will fill up real fast. I've been to a couple of them, and I definitely remember thinking about like, ooh, I wonder how much it is to go sign up. And it's like, $50 for one run in front of the crowd, and you pay to be like, well, who's got the highest number? And then I signed up, and it's like, oh, well, the queue's full. If somebody drops out, you can write your name here, and then we go down the list. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't give a shit anyway. And
So, but I'm saying, like,
it's hard.
Let me put it this way.
If you're not,
all right, yeah. Let me put it this way. So let's say I decide I want a tattoo, right? Let's say I want a fucking demon skull with flames coming out of it, right?
Alright.
Well, I'm not just gonna go, hey Google, what's the closest tattoo shop, and go to it, right?
Oh,
I'm gonna look around and be like,
me want to
you specifically, yes. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to say you're bad at it. I'm just trying to say, like, is that a thing in people's,
Well, okay, so here's how this usually works, and this is why I was like, Chris, you should just make a car company. Not with me, but you should just make a car company and let me work for you. Because here is how it has always happened. No matter what the country is, no matter what the kind of economy or who owns the government, it has always happened like this. A few guys get together and they want to make a car for whatever reason. Whether it's to sell, whether it's to compete in motorsports, whether it's for their own, whatever. They want to make a car. And they do so in a sense of that the car can either be made more than once, but not mass-produced, or could be mass-produced one day. Well, now, what this means is, like, what does this have to do with anything? Just trust me. Just wait.
I'm waiting.
So what happens is that these guys get together and they make a legal corporation, whatever, and then they make a car. And then that car has got the business's name all over it, and it's the showcase. It's the flagship of that company. And what it'll be is that it'll have I don't know, sometimes some companies, they try to do records, or they do like a package you can buy. So like in my imaginative mind, in my fake company, mine is RSCT Research, right? And so we have RSCT super trucks. And you could buy my orange truck. You could pay me $40,000, and I could build exactly almost to a T and then give it right to you. Like, and I would make a good profit too, and in my mind. And so, but the whole point is that the business name would have the flagship vehicle, and what happens is that it's not a person buys it. Nobody buys the car. Nobody. Another company that's giant says, look at what this little company did with this car. They went 250 miles an hour with this piece of shit like Ford Taurus. And it's got their special technology that they made in-house for the turbocharger. Or or like another one, it has nothing to do with performance. You could do something like, well, these guys make their own wheels. And you could design wheels all day, Chris. And then you just happen to print out that one set that looks gorgeous. And we put that on a car. And we think that's our flagship wheel. Yeah, you can get dyno tuning, sure. But there's also wheels for sale that are made in-house and designed. Like, that's a huge market right now. People, Chris, people currently right now are paying over $3,000 a wheel for CNC. Like, not even bougie, but like, it's enough of a market so where there is enough companies. There are more than a dozen. And it's wild. So it could be any aspect. It could be the fucking trim on the inside of car. You know how many different brands I know of that are just for the inside, like, upholstery parts of cars that's aftermarket? We're talking like Rucci or like Gold Standard. Oh my god, that's mega millions of dollars, and it's like nobody knows about them, but everybody knows about them. That's paying them money, you know, and you could take any of that, and it affiliates instantly with the other one. So for an example, Hennessy, they made a piece of shit Corvette in the early 90s. It was a one-off car. It was a bone standard Corvette, but it had this wicked body kit. It looked amazing. And it had the stock motor. It was nothing special. It was like Mexican AutoZone technique, right? Well, they took it somewhere, and one of the guys there was running his mouth at an auto show and was like, yeah, it was made by my company. It makes like 500 horsepower. It's super fast. And they're like, oh, hell yeah. Well, here, I'm the owner of Car and Driver magazine. You bring that car out, and I'll put you on the front cover. And, you know, this is like a 2 or 3 man operation. So they're like, oh, shit, we actually have to make this car fast. We're going to be embarrassed as fuck. So they basically just made a one-off twin-turbo 500 horsepower Corvette. But after they went to Car and Driver and they came back, they had so much interest and so much investment money from people being like, "Oh shit, you're making like your own whatever. Here's, I guess, just R&D and trying to make the company go."
So they got lucky.
Well, yes, but the whole point is that there are so many names that I could name right now that. Really, the only formula is that you have to have time, you have to have capital, you gotta have homies to work with you. You don't have to be smart, you just have to have your own thing. It doesn't have to be necessarily expensive, it doesn't have to be cheap, it doesn't have to be aimed at a particular whatever. I just know that the automotive market is exploding because gasoline engines are going to go away. And you're thinking, oh, that's not sustainable. Oh my gracious. That has nothing to do with it. It's got everything of, well, all the people who are driving around old cars now are going to drive around old cars till the day we motherfucking die. And we will always be pimping them out, and we will always be trying to drive them. And the same goes for electrics. 80 to 90%, like the dyno tuning that I do, the programming, that skill of, oh, that's another thing too. The dyno, that has nothing to do with it being gas powered. You can strap electric cars to it, and they do dyno tune electric cars. So it's, you know, sustainability, not trying to sell you on it. But the whole point is if you pick anything automotive, man, just make a general brand, and then you can put anything you want to do in it, and it works. I know a company like HRE. HRE makes wheels, turbo kits, coilovers, and it's not rebranded shit. They design it and manufacture it in-house in Germany. It's some of the coolest shit, and they make gobs of money because there's nobody.
They also
offers
are
that.
designing new turbos.
Who? HRE?
Yeah, you
Well, they
said
sell
they're
turbo
building a turbo.
kits. They'll design the manifolds, not the turbos themselves. The turbo kit is facetious. You'll buy turbos with them, but they didn't design the turbo. They designed like where it bolts up in the car. That's some easy shit. I could teach you how to. You could do that. Not me teaching you how to do that. You could learn how to do that yourself. That's not
Right,
hard.
yeah.
I don't mean no. Like, do you see how I'm avoiding like us build a car? No. We make something, or you make something, or whoever would make something that's theirs and their own brand to show off whatever that can copy and paste on something that's already production. So it gives that one-off illusion of, oh, well, of course, you know, if I buy your fuzzy dash cover, you know, that's got my name embroidered on it, and I feel like it's one off in a million. Well, hell yeah. And speaking of, I really want to buy a wood grain dash.
So, but that doesn't ask the question
selling
of.
you on bullshit.
I know, but that doesn't ask the question of why would they allow you specifically.
Well, that's
to tune the car. Like
what I'm trying to say is, with that brand, then comes the recognition and prestige. If I wanted to get, me personally as a customer, if I wanted to go get my shit tuned, I would look at their flagship vehicle, like everybody who's a nerd about this does. And they say, well, I got my shit tuned from Mayhem Motorsports because their fastest car broke the 250 mile an hour mark in the Texas Mile. Or, what's the other place called? There's
all
Mayhem
right, so
Motorsports.
what do you have tunes that are already like that, or do you have to build that?
Do I have to? No, I already have stuff that's like that personally. All we would have to do, like, this is nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to show you how the market works, okay? And
right.
It's just really fast. Right. All we would have to do is make my pickup truck, the one that's the orange one that's all beat up. All you'd have to do is make it look pretty, make it really loud with all the performance stuff that's already in it, all the performance stuff that I've already done, and all the research and time and getting it all to fit, and all that custom work. Like the 5 minutes in comparison of the 2 years of work to make it run, to then just make it look good. We could just do that and then put a company name on it and say, this is what our research and development can do. And then we make a video of the performance of it. And it's like, yeah, you can't buy it. Of course not. And yeah, this has nothing to do particularly with, our seat covers that we sell. But also, this is why you should get a dyno tube from us, because this thing runs like a raped ape. And that's just that's been my selling point, honestly, and it's made me a fucking shit ton of cash, to be honest. I just wish I had a dyno. I have pulled that thing up. Like, that's the biggest selling point, I think. That's why I think it works in like history wise. Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, TVR, Automomiza, all of those like modern bougie supercar brands were literally started by two guys going, I just want to make this. And yes, some of them were very rich, but also the other ones were not. And yes, they got lucky, of course, but there are a lot of them. There are a lot of supercars that me and you have never heard of, Chris, that they make millions of dollars a year. And then they may not even make cars. That's the crazy fucking thing. There are supercar, quote, companies that you can't buy the Hennessy Venom anymore. But Hennessy is still a company. They still got motherfucking full-time employees. Hell, like, you could buy Hennessy, like, stuff and parts, but some of them are rebranded. Some of them are made in-house. But that's not, like, where are they getting this money from?
But then it's like you're building...
It's okay. Don't. I'm just racking your brain. I want you to. Like,
I know.
With something
I'm approaching it from a realistic point of view. That's the only thing I'm doing. Is just approaching it from a realistic point of view, as far as, like I said, I've got the time and the capital right now. I might as well probe and figure out what I want to do. Well, if this is something that has potential, I'd be stupid not to look into it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying to learn. That's why I'm trying to figure out what you're...
I think you shouldn't take my word for it, but you should take my word for this instead. We're internet geeks. Go to some online automotive forums, but use your brain. In the sense of, don't just go to carforum.com or whatever. Everybody's always got their own specific forums. There's forums for Chevrolet trucks. There's forums for Miatas. There's forums for Camaros, Mustangs. There's all kinds of shit. Go to some popular forums of year, make, and model cars that I'm not going to tell you, but you can tell yourself, or maybe you ask Queasy or Joe or like common people buy. Do this experiment. Get the makes and models of those cars, go to those forums and be like, you know, like, Greasy, what's a car you think somebody would be hopped up, you know, somebody would want to modify, you know, get tuned up. And it was like, well, Camaro. Oh, of course, a Camaro forum. I wouldn't even think of that until just now because I thought of his car. So you go on that forum and just either post a question or read or search. And that will give you 90% because everybody who does this is always a part of a forum, man. I'm a part of a whole bunch of Chevrolet forums, and yeah, I don't read there or post there all the time, but if I ever have a problem or if I ever want to go and do something, I always go there and check first. And I'm not the only one. And I've seen on a lot of places where that's how Dyno Days happen. And also you could ask and say, hey, what's the kind of interest like of a mobile dyno? How much would you pay to have your car? Like, what's a good dyno day price? Like, do some research. You may find out that it's a way more lucrative market than what I'm even talking of. Or it may be a complete dump sty and it's already been monopoly down and there's like a big giant commercial one where you pay, I don't know, like, I'm just guessing, like you pay X amount of money and then you just have a portable dyno for the whole day, or I have no idea. But that's what I would do, because honestly, in my mind, that's one of the biggest money-making things I've seen pass by me my entire life. And I've tried to tell people, and everybody is always like, yeah, man, I wish I could do it. I'd kill. You know how many people would sign up? And I'm like, yeah, I know, fuck off. And I'm just saying the same thing that they've told me.
But so I guess then it's like, well, why don't they?
Because nobody knows how to tune them. That's the big difference, is that all the people that have always told me this are rich old fucks that are like, yeah, I gotta pay to have my shit dyno too. I was thinking about buying one of them dynos, but I just don't know how to run it. You know how many times that exact quote I've heard in the past year or two of my life just for working for Mike Ellis, like just that one guy and not the other. Oh, it's wild, and I just think that's why I hung around him, and that's literally then Mike would turn around me, he'd slap me on the back, would be like, well, that's what he's for, and I'm like, yeah, whatever.
But then that circles back to, how would you get them in your shop? How would you start your, I guess you said to go to the tracks and stuff, so you'd have to build the brand. Is what you're saying.
That's any bit. That's just
right. That's any
business.
Yeah.
I'm not. I say I'm not smart enough. I don't want to assume I'm smart and say I know all that jazz and blah blah blah. But there may be something that I miss out of it. And
see, I don't even know the drag strips around here either.
Oh, you're surrounded by shit. That's why I'm telling you, man. You are surrounded by money, man. Like, there is so much good, hot underground drag racing around you. It's crazy. You should look it up on the internet. I watch drag racing that's probably like less than an hour from your house almost all the time, and it's fucking wild. And there's speed shops all around Charlotte and shit, and like it's wild. Charlotte is huge for racing. Greensboro is not, but it's starting to be. Burlington, it kind of was, but then Raleigh is mega huge. Raleigh and Charlotte are the two places where I've looked in one direction, man. It's a shop in the middle of like Raleigh, like the nice high dollar part of Raleigh, and it's kind of in the hill, so you can't see anything, but the parking lot surrounds a square building, and I can look in one direction, and I don't think I could fathom how big the number was in retail value of the automobiles in my head. Like, if I had a field of view and the number popped up on my screen, you know, go figure, in my brain or in my face, it would go off of my imaginary, like, field of view. It would just keep going out of my peripheral vision. It was fucking wild. There was any and everything you could ever possibly imagine. And not only was it that, but none of them were stock. They were all modified, all thousands of horsepower, fucking all these big tires and all this beautiful body kits and big cams and stuff. And it just made me feel so good inside. It was so much money, and they were so backed up. They were like 8 months. They were, oh my gracious! And they were a speed shop and a dyno shop, and the dyno part is like constantly in work. Like, they couldn't get another guy. There's a long story short of why I didn't go work for them, because I That's because the whole Mike Ellis thing. But basically, the shop part then started to get behind or something like that, and then the owner got into an argument because like the shop part was the one guy, and then the inside was the brother, I think. And the brothers had never gotten along, and then they like got into an argument really bad recently. And anyway, the point is that they were doing terrible in business, and compared to the other shop that had done really good, that's right down the road. And they still, I cannot fathom how much cash they personally make to drive a McLaren 720S. Like, really, dude? You don't even sit on like the side of the car for that. You just sit in the middle like a rocket ship. I just like, so all right. But when you say that, when you say McLaren, it's like, well, who's gonna give you their McLaren? No. No. Nobody's tuning McLarens because you can't. I'm just saying the guy who's tuning cars makes enough money to buy a McLaren. Yeah. No. This is tuning. Yeah, this is tuning like the Lamborghini or the twin turbo 70s truck that slammed on its nuts and it's got the new fuel injected motor, or one of the ones I personally did, and my favorite was a Land Rover with a 480 horsepower LS3 6.2 motor in it. And it was all fuel injected, brand new digital dash on the inside, modern interior. Oh, it was gorgeous. It drove all right. But they, that dyno shop called me, because then they called Mike Ellis, and Mike Ellis said, I don't know how to fix it, but I know somebody who does. And they called me, and I drove all the way out there to fix a 1 in a million problem that the transmission controller had not married correctly with the engine computer, the main data bus line, for whatever reason of whoever was flashing before it. And I had to reset them, reflash both of them, remarry them with the same OS pair, and checksum numbered together, and then magically everything worked again. And because it was throwing vehicle speed sensor code and lean codes and all this other shit. So then I made it run, did all that, and I think when I walked back in there, and I was like, well, that was about an hour of my time. And he's like, well, how much do I owe you? How much do you charge an hour? And I was gonna say like $50, but in the car ride before that, Mike Ellis was like, charge at least $120. So I opened up my big fat mouth and said $150, and that guy's eyes lit up and put a big smile on my face and said, you got it. And right there I knew I'd fucked up, because he probably made 10 times that charging for the whoever customer I just fixed it for. And I just couldn't believe the amount of money, man, that's in this. I'm telling you, rich old people around you. I'm messing my sentences up. I'm not sounding right, but I think you should just. I wish I could take you for a ride around here just to show you the customer base of not only me personally, but what I know of just from looking and being like, you see all those old guys sitting at the bar and they got all them nice cars. None of them nice cars have the old carbureted motor. They all got fuel injected motors. They're all brand new, like, conversions. And I bet you if we go up to them and be like, hey man, y'all interested in a dyno day and putting some of these LS motors in these newer motors? I bet you they'd be into it. And that's the kind of confidence that, like, of just an experiment. Like, we can even pose of it. We don't even have to do anything. I just get excited because it's the biggest thing that I've watched go past my life. I remember being a kid and watching my first dyno thing. Is that one of the Super Chevy shows in Virginia, and wondering what the fuck it was. And my dad's like, well, that's a dynometer, and it basically tells you how hard your car's working. And I was like, fucking, why would you want to know that? And he's like, it's everything. I was like, okay. And I just infatuated. I thought it was neat. And it's always been expensive. I remember being in high school, a few of us getting together and then like trying to buy some time on the dyno, because there was a minimum amount. You know, I'm guessing the one that you saw 3 runs for $50. 3 runs for $50, that's probably like 10 minutes, dude. They don't tell you, huh? It was $80. Ooh, yeah. That's a little bit more expensive than what I thought. Okay. 3 runs for $80, so that's about $30 per run, but they don't tell you the time in between. That could be 10 minutes, and that's not good, valuable data. That's not, do you run the dog piss out of a cold car on the dyno? That's stupid. The only way that would work is that if you had been driving the car all day, you immediately pulled on the dyno, ran it, and then let it cool down for a little bit, then ran it, then took it off the dyno, drove it again up to operating temperature, and then drove it back on the dyno, and then ran it again. And then you let it cool down, and then you run it again, so then you have 2 hot, 2 cold. And then you would know exactly where you're at in terms of actual performance. And that's just something that I know. That's just what professionals do. I've heard another guy, like, that's how I learned. And anyway, what I'm trying to say is, that is not very long and or cheap. Because $80, man, think about it. You're in high school and you drive a Miata and you would love to put your car on the dyno and not even tune it. Notice how, Chris, I'm not saying tune. I'm just saying to run it. We're not with the tuning is like the bonus. That's like cash in your pocket or my pocket. That's like bonus. Right now, we're just trying to feed ourselves and pay for the dyno in my eyes. Like run the company, quote unquote. So like just getting people to run it. That would be the biggest customer base, I'm guessing, at first. And so in my mind, offering people like that kid with the Miata who is dying to run, like dying to put his Miata on the dyno, but Mayhem Motorsports, because they're 8 months backed up with all these Ferraris and Lamborghinis and turbo Corvettes and all this shit, they're like, nah, you minimum run $80 and we'll fit you in 10 minutes. But like, yo, if you came and paid us $25, we'll let you do 1 run. Like, nobody offers that. We could undercut the hell out of them. And yeah, it wouldn't be necessarily the best in terms of, well, it would still be profitable, because that's the cool thing about dynos is that there's no operation cost. There is no, like, we don't have to buy fuel. We don't have to buy, we buy electricity for the building. Like, there is no parts, there's no gas, there's no nothing. We just plug it in, and then people come to us to pay to use it. And so, however low of an undercut that we can do, that's the operating cost. Like, you could, you know. And so that kid that we give that dyno run to that drives that shitty Miata, that gay little faggot, that will make his entire world, and his eyes will glimmer and shine. He will be so happy, and he will not shut the fuck up about it for the rest of his life. That's a good fucking customer. That's how you get sustainable shit. I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm forever some of the customers that I will be for some of the brands that I am, because they just happen to hook me the fuck up. I mean, think about it, man. If a company hooked you the fuck up, would you not be a customer for, like, ever? I think I would be. I think I kind of am.
I'm sitting here while I'm listening to you talk, and I've also been reading shit, like, on this stuff.
You're good. You're good.
So, like, one dude was saying that he recommended somebody to rent time on a dyno and make your name first. But I think if you've already got tunes, like, okay, so once again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I just don't know. How good is your truck? Like, I know that's your big.
That's why I need dyno tune. That's why I need dyno time and or a dyno, because it could take me, let's just say I did get a dyno and then I put my truck on it. The dyno would tell me how good it is, but let's just say it's bad, right? Making it good is really easy with the dyno. That's the whole point. But it's not the dyno that makes it easy. It's me knowing what I know and then having the dyno. It's hard to explain, man, but just trust me on this. Any good engine builder can also tune an engine even if they don't know how to use the software. Which I know how to use the software. That's not the point. I'm just saying, like, well, there's engine tuners that aren't engine builders. Yes, of course. But some of these old guys or newer, it doesn't matter, but people who build engines can instinctively know, like, how to tune them, because it's the mechanical base. Like, there's no There is a clear wrong answer and a clear right answer. I know how to get the right answer. I just don't know how far or how much I need to go in one direction or the other to get that right answer. But Chris, I am on a level of quite high confidence of my truck's pretty motherfucking good. I've had some old guys ride with me now, and they're like, God damn, I ain't paying. I'm like, yeah, it's a little bit different. The fuel injection and just, it's different. And yeah, and basically what I'm trying to say is having access to the dyno, me personally, to what they're saying to rent, that's cool. Because what it would really be is that we would rent it, strap my truck to it after it's, or no, I would strap my truck up to it, run it, and then I would run the dog shit out of it a whole bunch of times, get it in the tip-top shape, the best tune it's got on it. I would find out what makes the most horsepower, right? I would run it and then record it, and that would be the flagship for the company. I'd be like, look at my tune, look at what I can do. Here's this truck, I run the dog shit out of it, here's a video of it on the dyno. I've been sold that, but instead of it on the dyno, it's me doing donuts in a cul-de-sac. And I'm like, look man, here's what I know what I'm doing, this is what I drive every day. And he's like, yeah? If I cranked it up, and he's like, God damn, and then I showed him the telephone, I'm like, and this is what I do with it. And he's like, oh shit.
Well, so why haven't you rented dyno time just to do it?
Chris, I have literally no money to myself. The last $150 I gave to my father to help pay for his insurance.
I just
nothing
meant
to myself.
Oh, my bad.
That is why.
Which you said earlier you made a lot on dyno, so I figured at one point you would take it to a dyno.
No, I would love to. I've never gotten to been on a car, been tuning the car on the dyno, one, and two, put my own stuff on the dyno. Every time that I've been to a dyno, either I didn't have my own personal vehicle with me for whatever reason, because like I was just working, and I was like, man, I'd love to put my truck on this, I'm dying. And I would literally ask them, be like, hey, can I come put my truck on this? And they're like, yeah, standard price. And I'm like, faggot. And yeah, and so, and then, you know, through one way or another, either I'm busy or the truck is broken or I just never got to do it. I never got to do it. And a lot of people don't. And that's what I want to fix. That's what I want to try to do. Like, that is sustainable to get a dyno service that's, you know, not cheap, but a good dyno service. Mayhem Motorsports charges, I don't know, you may have to look them up for a dyno tune. But it's fucking ridiculous. It's like $500-600. And yeah, that's probably the cheapest that you're gonna find around now, but we could hook some homies up at first and give that few homie hookup. I'm just talking nonsense now. That doesn't work like that. I'm just...
Yeah, because if you're doing it legit, you'd have to do it legit. You'd have to do the...
No. I know.
Like,
That's got nothing to do with it.
Right, I'm just saying, because all it takes is get out one time that you did that.
No,
yeah.
I don't have that has nothing to do with it. I use legitimate, I will, and I would use legitimate software every day of the week if I wasn't charging like an old man to fix his truck to just drive to the grocery store. Not for my business, but for me to pay my bills. Like, you know, what we talked about earlier. Hell no, I ain't, it's different if it's like, yeah, I want to get into this ecosystem, but like we have given them so many credit, like over 300 credits, and each credit is a minimum $50. Some of them are $100. Just think about how much money that is. And they can't help. And like the one time that shit fucked up, and they were like, yeah, well, you gotta pay twice. You couldn't help us out, man. I don't got no sympathy for you. So until that day comes that I can do it professionally and I do make some good money, hell yeah, let me say that, if I could do it for my own business with whoever it would be, of course I'd use a real one, because I'd be making shit tons of cash and I wouldn't care. And they deserve to be paid for their hard work, absolutely. But I've already paid them enough now. and they fucked me once, and they're not gonna fuck me again. And now we use a motherfucking full unlock software to the day I die, baby. For me, not for my business, you know. If that makes sense. Gotta cover myself, you know, future recordings. It might come up and be like, well, on this day you said you would. And I was like, oh, well, I said for myself, not for my business, you know.